Hey guys, I'm Xaradoth, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Desecrator, one of Dawngate's tanks who is very focused on crowd control and is decently mobile within the game. Desecrator's power comes very early in game. He starts off very strong if you start with his Q, and through the whole phase he just grows and grows and grows until endgame where he plateaus a bit. When playing Desecrator, I like to go Tactician because in lane your role is not to be getting the farm, but instead to be fending off the opposing team, which he does very well. I also go with the Brawler loadout, seeing as you're a tank, it is the best for this position. I have seen in certain cases where Desecrator could be used as a jungler, but I see him more as a support in lane, so it's up to you ultimately. Going Tactician is optimal for Desecrator, seeing as his AoE abilities allow him to get easy hits on other shapers, thus bringing in more money. Also, he gets extra gold for being near minions when they die, so it's definitely a win-win, and you don't get the short end of the stick when you're in your lane with your carry. I'm going to jump right into some footage I took of me in a custom game by myself, just to show you the abilities he has. So when I'm playing Desecrator, I always start with his Q because it allows you to get early pressure and fend off any invades or early problems that you might face. It also allows for some kills if your team would like it. So that's pretty much standard, I'd say, for Desecrators all across the board. Desecrator's abilities are as followed: Forgotten Tombs, Chilling Presence, Desecrated Ground, and Death Fog. Now his Q, Forgotten Tombs, shoots out stones in a fairly thick line which deal damage and knock up. I max that first because it scales extremely well and just has a raw base damage that is very high. The next ability is his W, Chilling Presence. It has a passive that deals extra damage and silences an enemy you hit. That can only be used once every 5 seconds on individuals. It also has an active which slows enemies' attack speed and movement speed around you. His E is Desecrated Ground. What that does is it creates a small circular area that, after a small delay, will pop up and stun enemies in it, and then will create a slowing field. So it's very nice. And what you see here is his ultimate. It is extremely high range. I would equate it almost to a Xaradoth ultimate, except not quite. What it does is it deals % max health per second, and as you can see, a very large range, but you have to shoot individual spots out. You have 3 charges and they do reveal enemies. They also reduce magic resistance, so it's definitely a very strong ability. Now I like to go with Bastion for my first spell, seeing as it provides you with a little bit more security and you can go in a little bit deeper during the laning phase, but that's purely up to you. After that, typically I will go with Blink, followed by a situational spell. But sometimes that ends up being Stasis, sometimes something else. So just make sure you build to your situation to best suit you. Now when I start, I go with Resilience first and 3 potions. Now I've seen a lot of places where people go Life first and 2 potions, but my argument for this is Resilience provides you with protection from auto attacks and gives you armor, and you have 3 potions to provide sustain. Now the Life will give you health per minion kill around you, and that's good, but you only do get 2 potions, so I feel like it's a good trade, and you can go into luck afterwards with Resilience, which reduces damage 15% after you use a spell. With somebody like Desecrator, that's huge. Here I'm going to give you an example of all of his spells. This here is his Q, and as you see, it shoots out the tombstones in front of him. Now the first big one you saw, if you're close to an enemy and use it, the big one deals extra damage, so you might want to do that. That is his E. Now as you see, it took a short delay, and then dead people sprawled up from the ground, and they would stun and then leave a slowing field afterwards, so it's very nice. What you just saw, or maybe didn't see, it was very small, was his W's active. It deals AoE slow. So it's very nice if you're in a team fight, it slows attack speed and whatnot. That is the combo I like to use. It's a quick QE or EQ, it doesn't matter. And then you could follow in with a W, because what that does is it really locks down opponents and can almost secure a kill. This is the ultimate. As you see, it reveals enemies, and it will deal damage over time. Now, please note that if you drop 3 clouds on the same spot, the clouds do not stack. So you might want to watch out for that, and don't expect to be dealing 3 sets of percent max damage just because you laid out 3 clouds. All the talk is nice, but I'm going to take you into some real game situations now. In this particular game, it ended up lasting about 60 minutes. We did end up losing, unfortunately, but I thought it was an excellent game and really improved my opinion of Dawngate. So what you saw there was one of our players getting caught out a bit. And here we go. Their Desecrator is there. Now that's exactly why I start Q, because you can get some early damage off in the stun, and their tank leaves at half health, and he was caught extremely off guard. So you definitely want to start Q and end up maxing it. The abilities I max are Q, then E, and then the rest, because you really do want that QE combo in order to provide maximum damage and power in lane. In this clip, I want to show you the escape potential that Desecrator has. As you can see, I went a little bit too deep there, and I'm getting caught out a bit, but with a quick E, I am able to scurry away safely and get under my binding. And odds, which looked very unfavorable considering one of them had a stun. I could have been really hurt there, but with the luck and quick maneuvering, you can definitely escape, and you could provide help for your teammates too. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for that and use your abilities at any chance you can get, because you don't have any costs. One of my favorite traits of Desecrator is his clear speed, and it's really nice when you're going to clear these areas, because you can just decimate their little workers here and get yourself quite a nice amount of money, and then go out and push. You're destroying your enemy's income, getting yourself a nice penny, and giving money to your whole team over time. So it's definitely something you want to look out for. And since you have nice base damage, you can leave your lane at any time and just pop over the wall and press Q. You'll get a few of them. So you might want to check that out too. And then you can go and push down a tower as well, because the enemies might be elsewhere if you're lucky. In this clip, I'm going to show you just an example of the raw tankiness that Desecrator builds as you reach the end of the game. As you can see, I'm at quite low health compared to my max. I open up with a Q, which provides a nice stun, and then I throw my E, but I whiff it. And then, as you see, I get ulted, and everybody wants to jump in on me. I quickly go into a stasis, and I just ate up a lot of time for my team to come in and finish off the enemies. So we ended up getting 2 kills. 1 got away, but that's not that big of a deal considering none of us died. So if you build correctly, you can really be a force to be reckoned with, and you might just look tasty enough for the enemy to want to go in. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you like my video, please like it. If there's anything I could do better, feel free to put it in the comments or send me a message. If there's anything I could do worse, I guess you can do the same, if that makes sense. But please subscribe. I am definitely looking forward, if you guys want me to making more videos and ending up doing one on every shaper, and more to come. I'm really looking forward to playing this game, and I hope it really does get successful. If you guys want to talk to me in game, you can add me. I'm Omen-Xaradoth, so feel free to send an invite. I'll put links to the wiki and the Reddit page in the description below, because those are some of my favorite sites to go to get some quick insight. The wiki also has all the spells and shapers and everything. It's a really nice resource to use. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.